Okay, we're going to start with your right foot on the ground, left foot on the motor. And we're going to have no buttons in. No buttons in. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. And we're just going to start. You're going to step up and then step back. Just stepping up, step back. Step up, step back. Good. Up and back. Yeah, just some slight warming up of your hip extension. And then we're going to step up and go out to the side on this next one. You step up, go side, up and side. Good. Up and side, up and side. Then we're going to go behind and across. So you bring this right leg up, you step behind, and then you go down. You step up, behind and across. Good. Up, behind and across. Up, behind and across. Good. Now try to pay attention to the little foot that's on the motor, that left foot. You want to keep it directly underneath, whoa, that left knee. Okay, now we're going to do one of each. So now you step back, step up, step side, step up, step across, step up, back, up, side, up, across, up. Now we're going to add arms. So when you step side, you bicep curl. You step across, you open the arms. You step back, you pull back. Step up, side, bicep curl, up, across, curtsy, up, behind, pull back. Good. Bicep curl, curtsy. So there's always a slight little pause when you have both feet connected to the ground so you can add in your arm work. Good. Let's do 3 more before we switch to the other side. 1. This is going to be number 2. And this is the start of 3. Good. And come up with both feet on. And let's go ahead. You're going to bring your left foot a little bit more in front, closer to the armbar. Right foot's going to stay in the back. And from here, let's just hinge forward and then hinge back up. Hinging from the hips. And just see if you can get a little bit of a hamstring stretch, especially for that front leg. By moving the pelvis on top of the femur, it's not pushing the hips back, it's hinging forward. 4 more. 4, 3. Ooh, working the balance too. 2. And on this one, you're going to hold. Good. Now from here, let's just go ahead. Float the back leg, that right leg, straight up and behind you. Now we're just going to open that hip up and then you rotate it back towards the ground. So you rotate your right hip towards the ceiling and then you rotate it back towards the ground. Whoa, it's okay if you fall, just hop back on. So we're just getting the pelvis again to rotate around the femur. You rotate it up and then back down. 2 more. 1. It's okay if you fall off and just jump back on. And 2. Then you hinge upright. Now bring your right foot a little bit closer to the front. Hinge forward and bring both feet off. And now let's put in a button on both sides. Okay. If you don't want to put in a button, that is fine. Listen to your body. Okay, we're going to have that right foot in front. Left foot's going back. Now with this heavier weight, we're going to do just a couple of reps of just working the legs. So let's just step up, step back. So this is the same movement that we did before. Now let's step up, step side. Just get a feel for this on this new side. And then let's step back and across. Good. And now let's step up, step back, pull back. Step up, step side, bicep curl, step up, step across, curtsy, step up, step back, pull back, up, side, bicep, up, across, curtsy, good, up and back, pull back, up and across, bicep, up, behind, curtsy, up, behind, pull back, good, bicep. And really just paying attention to that knee that's on the motor. Can it stay on top of the ankle the whole time? Okay, this is going to be the start of the last one. One bicep, one curtsy, one pull back, and now both feet are going to come on. Good. And from here, you're just going to hinge forward and hinge up, hinge forward, hinge up. Two more. Hinge forward, hinge up. And on this one, you're going to hinge forward and hold. Come into an arabesque, floating that left leg. Good. Draw the scapula down. And now we're going to rotate that left hip up towards the ceiling. Rotate it back down. Up towards the ceiling. Then back down. Up towards the ceiling. Back down. Two more. Up towards the ceiling. Back down. Last one. Rotate up towards the ceiling. Rotate back down. Bringing yourself upright. And let's bring both feet down. Place the straps back in, the straps round the shoulders forward and back. And let's come to a sitting position on your roller. You're going to sit towards the back of your roller. And you want to have about a hand's distance between you and the edge of the roller. We're going to be doing some core and arm work. So you want to have about, the balls of your feet are going to be on the roller. I'm sorry, not on the roller. They're going to be on the arm bar. You want that hand's distance between you and the edge of the roller. And you're going to be sitting up tall. Good. And then once you're up tall, we're just going to lift and lower the arms straight out in front of you. And get a feel for that. This is, you draw your shoulder blades down as you lift the arms up. The shoulder blades draw down. If your shoulder blades come up into your ears, it's a shoulder shrug. So just pay attention to your shoulder blades here. Kind of acting as a counterweight. As the arms lift up, the shoulder blades drop down, and vice versa. Two more. Just getting an awareness of the scapula. Two. Now lift the arms in front of you and hold. Roll back into your C curve and hold. Good. Now draw your shoulder blades down here. Even though your arms are slightly lifted, your shoulder blades are down. And now from here, let's just march. March. Keep that awareness of that whole shoulder girdle. So in between the shoulder blades, making sure that whole shoulder girdle is engaged here to keep you stable so that you can move from that hip complex for 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now really engage back down into the ground. Find your heels connected to the ground and then draw your shoulder blades down. But now let's move the arms. You want to get still keeping the shoulders fully engaged so that you can just bend and straighten the elbows freely for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, last 1. Arms go straight. And now let's roll forward and up onto the sit bones. Palms will drop to face behind you, sitting up tall. Pull back, and and use this time to relax the neck. Make sure that it's staying out of this. You want to actively be pulling from behind your arms, pulling back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to pull and hold your arms behind you. Hinge forward. Let's bend and straighten your elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 5, For 4, keep your chest upright. Make sure you're not rounded. 2, keep your arms straight back behind you and hold. Stack your spine up tall, bring your arms forward. While you're just sitting here on the motor, squeeze your glutes and feel yourself slightly rise up by the engagement of your glutes. Arms reach straight back out in front of you. Roll back into that C curve. And now from here, let's bend the right arm in and rotate to the right. Then the left arm in as you rotate to the left. Now, just like when we were keeping our shoulders actively engaged to stabilize us, see if you can squeeze those glutes, get the whole hip complex to work to stabilize you. Keep going. Now, if you need a little extra support, you're going to grab the donut that comes with the motor and you're going to place it in between the knees. So you can always do this as an added. It acts as like a block. And then that way you get the inner thigh engagement and you can use that external source as a cue to get your inner thighs to fire. Good. Let's do 4 more on each side. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and now hold back to center. Turn your palms to face the ceiling, bend your elbows. Holding here, tilt that pubic bone towards the bottom of the ribs. Now again, rotate to the right, then rotate to the left. If your shoulders are staying engaged, you should be moving the straps when you rotate. More for the strap, which side you rotate. So if I rotate to the right, my right shoulder engages more and my right oblique engages more. So continue getting that rotation through the spine. It's not a side bend, it's rotation. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll back up. Round the shoulders forward and back. If you have that donut, you can let it go. And then let's just go ahead, place the straps on the ground, and then you're going to place your feet in the straps. So your feet are in the straps. And then once you get your feet in the straps, you bring your forearms up against the arm bar. Your hands are going to be underneath, and you transfer to your knees. So you're in an all fours position here. Then you're going to round your spine up. If it ever gets to be too much, you just are going to bend those elbows and bring the arm bar to rest just on top of the elbow. So you're here, and then you're going to inhale here, exhale, extend one foot back. Now, if you're having any problems with your feet or knees, you can always do this on your knees and be in a plank on your knees. Otherwise, you come into a full plank, you lift and you hold. And good. Even if you're on your knees, you can do this. You extend your right leg back behind you. Everybody else, you float your right leg up. Now, what you're going to do here is lift up towards the ceiling. Lift that leg up towards the ceiling. From your knees, it looks like this. You're still lifting up. Lifting up. Good. Lift and lower. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Now bring that right knee onto the motor. Now, you really want to push, think about the bones. You want to let the muscles relax of that right knee and let the bones sink into the roller. So you want to balance on the bones instead of trying to squeeze and grip with your muscles. Let your bones stabilize you. Now you're going to lift your left leg to float it up. You're going to bend that left knee in, extend the left leg back. Bend the left knee in, extend it back. Bend and straighten. Now, as you're bending and straightening that left leg, see if you can extend the right arm. Try to relax the left foot. Don't grip with that left hip. Let the muscles relax so that your bones can balance on the roller. Good. Now, if you feel comfortable enough with that right arm floating, you can add in movement. Bend the right arm in as the left knee bends in. You're getting that cross body fire. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Place the hand down. Place that left foot down on the ground. Now you're going to extend your right leg back Again, so you're in your plank position. Then you bring your left knee to rest on the motor. Again, try to relax the muscles so that the bones can just set to balance you. Float the right leg up, and let's bend that right knee in and out. In and out. Now, I still have a button in. You may as well, so you can keep that button in, but if you find it to be too heavy, you got to take that button out. Once you feel comfortable, straighten the left arm straight out in front of you, while you still bend and straighten that right knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you add in the arm. You bend your left arm as you bend that right knee. Good. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you place that left hand back down. You straighten that right leg. You place the right foot on the ground, and then you hit your plank again. Hold here. Hold. Now we're going to take that left leg. You can drop down to your knees, but let's lift and lower the left leg towards the ceiling. You lift, you lower. You lift, you lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you bend both knees down to rest on the ground. Sit down on the motor. Whew. Shake it all out. Nicely done. Now you're going to go ahead, take your feet out of the straps. This is going to be something new and fun, hopefully fun. You're going to scoot all the way to the front of the motor, meaning your sits bones are all the way to the arm bar. You want to place both of your legs through the strap. Go ahead and take out the buttons if you have buttons in to make it lighter. If you want to challenge your lower abdominals, you can always play around. Start with a button in, but then you can always take the button out. So your feet are going through, and the strap is going up and around the legs. So you kind of want them up by your knees. Okay, this is a whole ab series in which you get to incorporate the lower abdominals with the upper abdominals. It's really one set of abdominals, but it's easier to break them down by sections, even though you work them both in the same movement. But I digress. Okay, you're going to lie down on your back. You have your feet over the arm bar, and just get a feel for, you just are going to start marching. Just get a feel for that and feel your pelvis. You want your pelvis to be staying still here. The spine shouldn't change shape. And again, remember, if you ever want to just put a button in, you just make sure you're home, meaning your strap is all the way in before you put the button in. Good, so we're marching up and up. Good, so getting a feel for that march. Now, as you bring one leg to tabletop, you curl your head and shoulders off the mat or off the roller. So you come up and you curl up. As the leg comes to tabletop, you curl up. Good. Now, you can always bring your hands behind your head to support the neck. That also adds the extra challenge of balance for the obliques. Okay, let's do 5 on each side. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and lower your head and shoulders down. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Let's just lift your hips up. Now, you shouldn't get very high up for this bridge just because you're already elevated on the roller. So you're squeezing those glutes. You keep your pelvis square to the ceiling. Holding here, you're going to inhale, exhale, straighten your right leg straight out in front of you. Hold there. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down, lower down and rest. Take another inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips back up. And then you're going to straighten your left leg straight out in front of you and hold. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down and rest. Lower your hips all the way down. Now from here, let's go ahead, bring your left leg to tabletop and lower it back down. We're just lifting and lowering just the left leg. So now bring your right arm to the outside of that left leg. So you're creating a cross across the body. So now when you bring that left leg up, you're going to crunch your right armpit towards it. Up, up, good, up, up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just go straight into switching sides. That right leg comes up, left armpit comes towards that right knee, left hand to the outside of right knee. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead and shake the legs out, and then you can press down into your hands to come up to a sitting position, and let's take those legs out of the straps. And then we're just going to turn the motor so that your arm bar is behind you. Arm bar is going to be behind you. Now you can either still have a button in or you can take your button out. If you have a button in, realize that you're going to have to work your inner thighs a little bit harder. So you're kneeling and straddling the roller. And you can come up to a high kneeling at any point. And then from here, you just have to really engage those inner thighs so that when you reach your arms forward, you don't move the roller. You're alternating. Reach one arm forward, then the other arm. Reach one arm, then the other arm. Good. One arm, then the other arm. For 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now let's pick up the tempo. Continue alternating. Try to build your heart rate. Good. Now you can add rotation. When you punch, you rotate your torso across. So if I'm punching with my left arm, I rotate my torso to the right, or I rotate my heart to the right. Good. For 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now both arms go forward. Open the arms. Close the arms. Open and close. Now everyone pay attention to your shoulder blades here. Where are they in relation to your ears? You want to keep them away from the ears. So let the chest be open and keep that full engagement across. For 3, for 2, last one, and then lower your arms down. Sit back. Well, sitting back, you can tuck the toes, but now let's reach those arms forward and back. Reach forward and back. Reach forward and back. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, last one, and then lower the arms down to rest. Open the arms out to the side, lift the chest up, let your shoulder blades pinch, and then give yourself a hug and just go side to side. So getting a little bit of an activation and then some stretch in those muscles. Open those arms back out to the side, let the chest open, squeeze those shoulder blades together, switch what arms on top as you give yourself a hug, and just go side to side, side to side. Good. Okay, so we have the arm bar behind you. If you have a button in, go ahead and take the button out. We're going to be coming to standing again. So you're going to be lunging up. So I like to put my hands in the straps to begin with. You're going to shift so that your right foot is almost touching the arm bar and your toes are going to be tucked. Your left foot's going to come up and onto the motor. Now, if you're having any issues with your knees, you can just go directly to a standing position. I enjoy getting this little bit of extra work. So left foot is on, right foot is tucked. You want your left foot towards the front of the motor. You don't want it in the middle. You want it towards the front. And then from here, you're just going to hinge forward slightly, stand up. Very good. Very nice. And now let's just reach those arms forward again. Now, as you reach your arms forward, we're going to step forward and up. And then back. Step forward and up. And back. Good. Forward and up. And back. Up. And back. So, same, but different from how we started. Now, we're going to step out to the side. After this one, you're going to step out to the side, then up. And we're still just doing an arm lift. Good. If that gets to be too much in the arms, you just keep the arms down to the side. Good. Good. And on this one, we're just going to go back to the beginning where you step back. Good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing stepping forward and up, reach the arms up. Step down inside, punch the arm across. Step forward and up, reach the arms up, step down and punch, and then go ahead and join in. Reach across, step up, reach back, reach forward, across, up, good. Really getting this awareness of the hips and the shoulders working together. The hips and the shoulders work together to draw you in and then to control your rising up. Okay, last one. And on this one, we're going to hold down into this squat. Now let's shift all the weight into your left leg, the leg that is on the motor. Bring the right leg up to the left hand. And it's crossing your midline. Cross, 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 cross. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way up. Bring your right foot on. Left foot's going to step back. And we're going to start all over again. Step forward and up. Reach your arms up. Step side and punch across. Step up, step back, step up, and then bring up, and then across. Keep going as I adjust. Good. And step up, side, and punch. Good. Up and back. Up. Punch across. Good. You all got it. So it seems repetitive because it is. If you feel like you're on repeat, you are. But we're going to start to add some quicker movement into it. So just kind of imprinting this movement in this slow control. And this is going to be the last one. We're going to stay out to the side and punch. And then bring the right arm forward. Left leg comes across to that right arm. Right hand. Good. And we're going to stay low. Okay. So good. So getting this idea that you can pick up the tempo at any point. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Keeping that right foot on. So what we're going to do now is kind of start to increase the tempo and moving from side to side. We went slow. So it's going to be coming across, come across, come across, come across. Now there always has to be one foot on, because what we're going to do now is whatever foot's on, you use that hand to punch across the body. Good. Go side, go side, go side, go side, go side, go side. Good. For 5, for 5. Stay low, stay low. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and rest. Woo. Lower those arms back in. Shake it all out. Nicely done, everybody. Okay. So now you're going to be facing the arm bar. Sorry, you're going to be facing the motor. The arm bar is going to be at your side. And we're going to sit. I'm going to have my right side closest to the arm bar. Then I'm going to place my right foot or your inside foot. Whichever leg is closest to the arm bar, that's the foot that you're placing in that strap. And then you're going to straighten that leg straight out in front of you. Okay, now from here, you can make fists and lean back. Or if this is just ever too much, you come out of the strap and you sit and you use the support of the motor. Just know that that is always the option. You do not have to be higher up. Okay, once you have that right foot in the strap, sitting up tall, let's lift and lower that leg. Lift and lower. And remember, you can always bring the arms back, but you just want to lift the leg to parallel. You just want to lift it, well, maybe just past parallel to the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to lift and hold. Let's paint 5 circles here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg and hold. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest that foot down. Now you're going to keep that right leg straight out in front of you. Bring the strap into the right hand. And you're just going to place that left hand on the ground as you reach that right arm overhead and you side bend. And you're reaching, and then you can come back up. You reach and side bend. Good. So we're creating a little bit of work for the upper shoulder, getting a stretch in your lat as you get side bend. Reach up. Reach up. Good. We're going to do this for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to hold. Hold. Now bring that right arm straight up towards the ceiling. So that arm is going to straighten up towards the ceiling, and you're going to just bend and straighten the elbow. Arms up towards the ceiling. You're going to bend the elbow and straighten it. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. This is about the isometric, meaning you're holding the weight in the shoulder, keeping the shoulder down away from the ears. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you keep that arm straight up towards the ceiling and you hold. Now we're just going to paint 5 circles each direction here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you press yourself up. You place that right handle back in the strap and you shake it all out. So really getting that isometric hold in the right hip and the isometric hold in the left. Oh, sorry, in the right shoulder. Hip and shoulder. Now you're just going to swivel to face the other direction. You can just turn. You're going to place the opposite foot in the strap, or you can come off. So just getting that full awareness of feeling both your shoulder and your hip both engaged right now to keep you stable on that right side, sitting up tall. You can either place the hands behind you or do the same position. It's just lift and lower that left leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lift. For 5. For 4. Good. 3. Remember, you want to be lifting to parallel. That foot can be in the strap or it can be strapless. And lift and hold. Now let's just open and close this leg 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back to center. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Place that foot down. Bring that foot out of the strap. Place the hand in the strap. And then just go straight into your side bends and reach. And when you side bend, your right hand finds the ground. And you can even press yourself back up. You side bend and reach, press yourself back up. Side bend and reach, press back up. Good. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you keep that arm straight up towards the ceiling. And now from here, you're just going to bend and straighten the elbow. So you're working to keep that shoulder in the socket and it's staying still in space. The elbow doesn't move still in space. It's your forearm that just comes slightly down towards you and then back up for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and you're going to keep that left arm straight up towards the ceiling and hold. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press yourself back up. Place that strap back in, round the shoulders forward and back. Let's go ahead, put 1 button in on each side. Turn so that you have your head towards the armbar, your back is towards the armbar, and you're going to lie down on the motor. So we're going to just be doing some feet in straps. Once you're down, you're going to go ahead and place your feet in the motor straps. Remember, 1 button in on each side. You want to have your sacrum supported and your head supported. Feet are going to come in. Your arms are going to go out to the side to give yourself a nice support, and then you can rise up onto the fingertips. And then we're going to just lift and lower the legs. You lower them down, you lift them back up. You lower down. Just getting a little bit of a stretch for the hips, but really working on the stabilization of the pelvis. So your core has to work really hard here. With that lighter weight, it gives you less support. So your core needs to work to stabilize you going. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, pause at those legs reaching forward. Now bend your knees in towards your chest, push the legs straight. Bend the knees in, push the legs straight. Bend in, push out. Bend in, push out. Good. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, keep both legs straight on this one and hold. Now we're going to do just small little scissor kicks here. Scissor kick, scissor kick, scissor kick, scissor kick. For 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And bring both legs together, bend them into tabletop, straighten the legs up towards the ceiling, and then just let your legs reach back behind you, getting a stretch into the low back, stretching out those hamstrings. And then once you get enough of that stretch, you're going to bring your right foot out of the strap and place your right hand in the strap. That right foot's going to come down to the ground. Good. Now, you're going to keep the left hand on the ground. And you're going to lower the left leg down as you lower the right arm down. Good. Now we're going to add some complexity to this and move slowly. You have to keep the right shoulder engaged to stabilize. As you lower the right hand and left leg towards the ground, we're going to straighten the right knee forward. And then you bend that right knee, place the right foot on the ground as the arm and leg lift towards the ceiling. So you straighten, so you're in that long straight line, and then you place the foot back down as you lift the leg and arm towards the ceiling. So it's like you come up to a hundreds position. Good. Straighten. Good. So as the leg lowers down, you straighten that right leg out. And then as the leg lifts up towards the ceiling, you place that right foot back on the ground. Let's do that 3 more times. 3, 2. And on this one, you hold. If you feel comfortable enough, curl your head and shoulders off the mat. See how it feels. If you can lift your left arm as well, really working your balance for 5, 4, 3, 2. Place the right foot on the ground. Lower the head and shoulders. Bring that left foot out of the strap. Place your left hand in the strap. And then place your right foot back in the strap. Leg goes straight up towards the ceiling. Arm goes up towards the ceiling. Now lower the left arm down towards your hip. So left hand is hovering off the ground just down towards the hip. Now, as you lower the right leg, you're going to lift the left arm up. So they're moving. As you go into hip extension, you're going into shoulder flexion. So as the leg lowers down, the arm lifts up, and then vice versa. Good. For 5, for 4, 3, 2. Now, as that leg lowers down, you're going to straighten the left leg straight out in front of you. So that arm reaches up towards the ceiling as the legs lower down and straighten. Good. So that left leg straightens as the right leg lowers down. So you hit that long straight line. That left arm goes up towards the ceiling, and you have to hold that. Find the balance there. Hold, and then relax. Hold, and then control. Hold, then control. 2 more. Hold, control. Hold, control. Last one. Hold up. Now see if you can curl your head and shoulders off the mat. Left arm's up towards the ceiling. See if you can lower the left arm down towards the hip. Now see if you can float that right arm up, and you're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend everything in and rest. Bring that right foot out of the strap. Bring the left handle back into the home position. Open the arms out to the side. Bring the bottoms of the feet together and just open the knees out to the side to get just a hip opening and a chest opening. And you can take a big inhale here and exhale. Last 2, big inhale and exhale. So we just kind of worked this cross body line, got the brain hopefully working your stabilizers. And then when you're ready, you can come off your roller, shake it all out. Fantastic job, everybody.